Hi, I'm Deborah Cooney and you're watching Wellness Rocks TV. Today I'm going to show you how to make muesli without the grain. And it's purely for selfish reasons because I found I myself was reacting if I was having too much grain in my diet. And now I've cut it back to maybe once every 2 or 3 days that I might have a little bit of grain. And what was happening was I felt bloated, sluggish, tired and hungry as well. So even if I had porridge for breakfast and I put in all my goodies and all my superfoods into it, an hour later I was hungry. So I said, okay, there's something going on. I need to change it. And I came up with this recipe. So what you're going to need is you're going to need some nuts. Now you can use any nuts you want. I don't mind as long as they're raw and they're unsalted. So you just want them, the basic nuts, okay? And in my one, what I'm using today is I'm using Brazil nuts. And I've got about 4 Brazil nuts. I've got some walnuts here, just a small handful of walnuts and some pecans. And pecans are great because they're really crunchy. And all I want to do with those guys is chop them up. Now you can use hazelnuts. You could use almonds. So whatever you want. Walnuts are great, of course, for brain power. And the Brazil nuts are full of selenium, lovely for your skin and your hair. So I'm just going to cut these up roughly. It because you don't want them too small, you want a little bit of bite in them. Perfect. So those are the nuts done and in they go. And into that then I'm going to add some seeds. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of chia seeds. And chia seeds are full of omega-3s and they're a great little energy booster as well. They're fantastic. I have some sunflower seeds, a tablespoon of those guys. So as you can see, this is full of healthy fats and plant proteins. Some pumpkin seeds, in they go. So we're getting a nice balance here of omega-3 and omega-6 oils. Okay, so that's it for our nuts and seeds. Just give it a mix around. You can see there it's nice and colourful. Into that, I'm going to put some coconut sugar just to sweeten it. So I'm just going to use maybe about a teaspoon of that. I don't want too much because I'm putting in some sweet fruits as well. I'm going to put in a little bit of cinnamon. Cinnamon is great for anyone that craves sugar. So it's great for curbing that, that sugar craving. It's fantastic. I also have some dried figs here, and I don't take in much dairy. I do take in my greens, but I don't take in much dairy, so I'm kind of lacking a bit in calcium, and dried figs are very high in calcium. So when I have lots of greens and dried figs in my diet, I'm upping my calcium content. So if you've never tried dried figs before, give them a go. They're absolutely gorgeous. And all I'm going to do with these guys is just chop them up. Now you could use raisins in this. You don't have to use figs. You could use raisins. You could use dates. You could use cranberries. There's loads of different bits and pieces that you could put into this. Now remember, we don't want to make it too sweet, obviously, because we want to keep it a low enough GL breakfast. When I say GL, I mean a low or slow burning breakfast. All right. It's nice. And the next thing I'm going to put in is some goji berries for colour as well as taste. So I'm putting in again roughly about a tablespoon. And finally, I'm going to add my fresh fruit. So just give you a look at that. So you've beautiful mix of nuts, seeds and dried fruit in there. And then I have my blueberries, plenty of blueberries, great and high in antioxidants, great for memory. And I have some beautiful grapes. Isn't that just the most amazing breakfast? Now you could add milk to that if you wanted to. You could puree fruits up if you wanted it to be a little bit more liquidy, but I like it like this. Or instead of the coconut sugar, you could use some honey and, you know, bind it together that way. So it's really simple to make, and you could make a little batch of it. You could make a week's worth of it if you wanted to and store it in an airtight jar and use it over the week. And remember, I spoke to you before about nuts and seeds and not to keep them too long in your presses, just to keep them for like a month max. So don't overload on them, or don't buy too much, or don't make too big a batch of this. So you want it to be used up quite quickly. So that's it for grain-free granola. Mess around with it. Add in all the little bits and pieces that you like. You don't have to stick to exactly what I have here, and just enjoy it. So if you enjoyed this video, or if you have any questions about this video, please leave them into the box below and I will get back to you. Also, please share this video out on Facebook, Twitter, or whatever social media you're on. And click here to sign up for my YouTube channel. And finally, if you'd like to receive these videos in your inbox every week, just pop your details into the box below and I will see you then. Thanks for watching.